Hey everybody, how's it going? Geoff Shackley, drum instructor here at Freeway Music. And today I figured I would do a continuation on what we looked at last week. So if you didn't tune in last week, or if you did and you just need a reminder, we were talking about the ability to play the hi-hat with your foot. For some of us, it might seem like a little bit of a no-brainer, but I know when I first started, all I thought this pedal was good for was holding the hi-hat shut for a closed sound and lifting it up a little bit for a big bashy rock sound. So I had to have somebody tell me or actually show me, it's like, you can do this, right? So last week we discussed just being able to play the hi-hat with your foot, and it frees your right hand up to do all sorts of other things, and you can use it to affect the forward momentum of the tune that you're playing. But this week we're going to look at one other trick that you can do playing the hi-hat with your foot, just to add some fun accents and other things going on there. So this week it's going to be about how you can play like hi-hat sizzles, like you would normally play with your hand, but with your foot. So to give you an example of what I mean, it's like if you're playing like the classic club dance beat, goes something like this. Pretty straightforward. Those hi-hat sizzles up on every upbeat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Well, you can actually do that with just your foot, which allows you to keep a ride cymbal pattern, play a cool thing on the bell, play on the floor tom. Last week I had a tambourine. This week I don't. You could do that too. And here is how you would actually achieve that. So imagine this hand right here is your pedal, and this hand right here, for some reason, is a foot and not a hand. What you would do is normally, like when I play anything on a pedal, I play heel up. And that means that when I play, I actually lift my entire leg, I lift my whole foot off the pedal, off the floor, and drop it back down, dig in. As opposed to playing heel down, where you just lift your foot and tap. So I play heel up, and if I'm playing that hi-hat, that means I lift my whole foot up, and I stomp my whole foot back into that pedal. Okay? If you want to be able to get the sizzle sound, what you want to do is instead of using your whole foot, you use your heel and you kick in. So you'll see instead of matching the pedal exactly, I kick in a little bit with the heel. I lift it above the heel plate. If you look at the pedal, you'll notice you've got your main foot plate. It's kind of shaped like a foot, typically. And then there's a little hinge down at the bottom where the foot plate connects to the heel plate. When I kick, I aim for just above that heel plate. And that's how I get the desired sound that I want. Now, some people can just kick straight forward. Their foot fits on there, and there's no problem. I actually have to kind of aim my toes. I've got big feet. I have size 13 shoes. They get in the way of a lot of pedals. So when I kick in with my heel, I actually have to aim my toes out to the side a little bit. I think you'll be able to see that from the camera above. But yeah, so you stomp, you get a closed sound. You kick with your heel, you get the splash sound. So I'll show you here. Do a little bit. So there you go. When you kick, you get the sizzle. And again, you can put that on the downbeats if you want to. It doesn't always have to be on the upbeats. It depends on what you're playing. Now, as you work on this and you get better, you can also put those little heel splashes on, honestly, whatever beat you want. I would show you, but continuing the honesty part, I haven't practiced that as much as I should. So I'd rather not make a fool out of myself on camera. But you can do it. All you have to do is take some time. If you want to have a specific pattern, if you have an idea in your mind, maybe like a clave, or another popular one to do is people will do accents in patterns of 3. So, and I've done a couple of videos now on things that are in 3/4. So you have one thing that sounds like you're playing in 3/4 time, and something else that you're playing makes it sound like you're playing in 4/4 time. You can play a beat in 4/4 time and play the hi-hat in those little groups of 3. It makes it sound like you're playing in 3, and it ends up adding a really cool effect. So just remember, when you're playing, you want to add that sizzle. You got to get that sizzle in there. It's like when you're cooking. You want it to sizzle, right? I think, unless you're making vegetables, who cares? You want to kick that heel in. Right? Kick that heel in. There you go. And remember, if you've got large feet, feel free to kick in and move your toes to the side. But there's your tip for this week, how you can add more interesting things to your tunes. Remember, tune every week. We've got different teachers doing different lessons on different instruments and things like that, so feel free to check it out if you want to learn something cool. We got a lot of good people here with a lot of interesting knowledge. Until next time, again, I'm Geoff Shackley. You guys have a great week. Keep staying safe. Keep having fun. Keep practicing. And be good. Later.